making another video. This keeps happening. Anyway, so this logic rolls of dice are a manual cunt. Oh, fuck. Anyway, yeah, so anyway, you're complaining here about me blocking him, and on this account too, just because he's snarky, rude little shit comments he makes on my videos, and I didn't do it to his videos, so fuck you. Yeah, you little weasel. I am so sick of you. You're retarding my philosophical growth. Shirley had a point, though. No, she didn't have a point. Look, realistically, if Jesus existed, do you think he had superpowers? Do you really think he walked on water and he cured the sick and he rose the dead? No, he didn't do any of that shit. He was a goddamn bum, okay, talking to people. Alright? He didn't have a mansion and a yacht. He didn't have a fucking Mercedes-Benz. He didn't have a goddamn fucking thing. And the only way he could talk to those people realistically about this promise of heaven or whatever is that he was metaphorically saying, look, we can have it right here, okay? We don't have to live by their rules. We don't have to be their slaves, okay? We can live here on the land, okay? We can have reverence for this God, all right? And that's the only way this was any way realistic, all right? If the man existed, that's what he was preaching. Tell us where exactly he states Jesus was a natural. So what, you think the Bible is an accurate description of fucking history? No, it's not. So yeah, they got it wrong. Okay? But that's what he was. When he was saying my father, he was probably just saying the earth that gave rise to me. You know, when he said I'm not of this world, he was saying, yeah, we're not of this stupid idiotic world with your stupid idiotic rules about who marries who and who does this. Let's go back to nature and just fuck when we feel like fucking, and you know, screw all this bullshit rule crap. Surely Jesus believed what he meant by God. Well, you say he did, right? So if he existed, you think he really did have superpowers. Is that what you think? That he really did raise the dead? Do you really think it happened? And did not metaphor. Well, I'm just saying you can't have it both ways. So he either was the Son of God or he didn't exist. That by your standards. I'm saying he existed as a philosopher, and his philosophy was basically Buddhism. Serious, Claire, do you generalize and misconstrue what people say? I didn't misconstrue a motherfucking thing, you little weaselly cunt. Some bitch comes on the video preaching as if she knows what Jesus is about, okay? And her argument isn't logical or sensible. You can't make it make any goddamn sense as if this would actually work in convincing the poor. Hey, poor people, don't worry about eating and drinking, okay? Yeah, just die. Yeah, right. That's really a big seller, I bet. The book, Fuck You, Just Die. I don't think Jesus was selling that book. Seriously, do you generalize and misconstrue what people say in facts majority of the time? Yeah, fuck you, alright? You're a little weasel the majority of the time. A useless prick shit pixies goddamn fucking booger, alright? You have absolutely no value or use whatsoever. You're just a lying little manipulative little twerp. Fuck you. All the time. Just like you attempt to bury the is-ought gap. Well, there isn't any is-ought gap. Yeah, suffering sucks. Suffering is bad. Yeah, bad should not happen. Oh, wow, that's just so fucking... We can't figure that out. You can't figure it out because you're a dumb little turd. Alright. So let's play this shit.
Okay. This is just a wee shout-out video if anyone wants to debate me on Google Hangouts, maybe talk about ethics sometime, perhaps Hi Floody if you're watching this, or inmendDamned. I think I've been blocked, which is rather unfortunate. I don't want to get blocked, but you know, of all the people the guy could have blocked, I mean, just
oh yeah, right. Like you're really useful. How are you useful? I'm wasting my time talking about it's just an insanely stupid subject. We can't figure out what has value. Yeah, you can't, you stupid dumb cunt.
After I nailed the disagreement, right? I think I found the disagreement where it is.
Yeah, we've already found the disagreement. You selfish cunts want to try to find a way to get it out. You want a loophole, okay? You don't want to take responsibility for the fact that life is goddamn butt fucking ugly. That every breath you take is made out of something's goddamn death.
problem lies, because inmendham repeats that the scoreboard, metaphorically, that, you know, in the game of chess, it's the whole game that matters, that has intrinsic value. But the question I would pose is, does the scoreboard have intrinsic value, or do...
Oh, fuck. I mean, it's just so stupid. Yeah, does the scoreboard have value? Are the numbers digital or are they analog? Yeah, I'm going to waste my time having that conversation. Okay, the scoreboard is something an intelligence does, okay? It can see the difference between good and bad, and it can say, well, how much good is there and how much bad is there? Not really complicated. It's not on a goddamn scoreboard somewhere. It's in the goddamn observed facts. Okay, the scoreboard is just an easy way to notice it, okay? It's like taking notes. You can write the notes on a notebook, right? You can say, I'm on planet Earth, and you could write it down in a notebook. Or you could just goddamn know you're on planet goddamn fucking Earth. Weasley little cunt.
The pawns value the scoreboard. The only thing with intrinsic value is suffering, but suffering is, by definition, a subjective experience.
Well, whatever, then that's just idiotic, right? So why not just have words that don't mean anything? Why don't you just say bad doesn't mean anything, good doesn't mean anything, these words don't mean anything? Fine, okay, you're goddamn fucking retarded as far as I'm concerned. This isn't that goddamn complicated. Nature, in creating this organism, the idea of repulsion and attraction would be advantageous to controlling organisms. So in attempting to create the idea of repulsion and attraction, it created sensation and created real harm, okay, real deprivation, real negative states of being, okay, so it created something of real value, not synthetic value, not fake value, but something of real value. That's right, in creating a synthesis of value. Duh, this is just so complicated.
This is where I found the...
You know, let's just go back to the chess metaphor, because I said this in videos like 6 fucking goddamn months ago. There's a scene in goddamn Star Wars, right, where fucking hairy guy and, I don't know, R2-D2 or whatever fucking goddamn robot guy are playing goddamn chess. And the chessboard has little live organisms on it, okay? And so now just think about that's what's going on here, okay? There's little live organisms, and they all have personalities. It's like, what was he saying? I'm Jimmy. I'm from this planet. I'm really cool. Trust me, I'm really cool. I am. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. You know, they're all real, feeling, goddamn fucking things. And the game of chess isn't about winning the game of chess, like, okay, I'm going to win. No, the point is that there's going to be a bunch of shit wiped out, destroyed, eliminated, harmed, tortured through this idiotic game you're playing. And that's what has to be accounted for, you dumb fuck. This isn't God. This is goddamn fucking idiotic. Like I said, how can you fuckers not figure this out? Figure out something that was goddamn obvious when I was 6 fucking years old. I could figure this goddamn shit out. I could figure out, oh yeah, my sister's sentient. She feels. She is harmable. That her feelings have value. Duh. God. Fuck.
First equivocation between the two levels of suffering. When you talk about brain states out there, inmendham will equivocate and say that you as a pawn have to value the score.
Yeah, no. You just have to recognize, okay? You recognize its existence. What is it? Oh, goddamn, it's the same fucking thing I am. It's a living, feeling thing with a personality. God fucking damn, that took so much brain power. Gee, I had to go read Immanuel Kant, and I had to go read fucking Hegel, and I had to read all these motherfuckers to figure out how not to realize that simple truth, that goddamn I'm sentient, they're sentient, okay? What else is going on? Oh yeah, they have a personality, I have a personality, they're capable of feeling torture, I certainly am capable of feeling torture. Gee, that's so fucking complicated. And the game is really about preventing torture. Yeah, that's sort of like what I'm trying to do. I'm preventing torture to this individual, and obviously this individual isn't the universe. Obviously this individual isn't any better than those individuals. That I can understand fucking logically. Maybe I can be a selfish cunt psychologically, but logically there's no excuse for being a selfish cunt. Logically there's no excuse for being a selfish cunt. Logically there's no excuse for being a selfish cunt. Logically there's no fucking goddamn excuse for being a fucking selfish cunt. There's no logical way to defend it. Okay, the idea is torture is the enemy. The suffering is the enemy. The goddamn doesn't matter what vessel it's goddamn in. It's the bad thing. The experience is the bad thing. The experience is the thing you stop. Whether it's that square, whether it's that square, whether it's the little monster sitting on that square, whether it's the monster sitting on that, it doesn't matter what fucking thing, okay, is going to be harmed. It is the harm that has to go on the fucking scoreboard, you fucking goddamn retard.
But the experience of the, it's only intrinsically valuable because it's a subjective experience.
Well, whatever. It's only intrinsically valuable because it's a subjective experience. This is goddamn so fucking stupid. Yeah, that's right. Individual dishwashers wash dishes. I mean, if there was gold you were making and it was individual machines that made the gold, would you say, oh, that's subjective gold? That's not gold. That's just his gold. It's the same thing. You just keep ignoring the fact that it's the same thing. It's not their subjective gold. It's actual torture. Torture, the same kind of torture that you would be experiencing. Identical torture to their torture. It's not their fucking goddamn torture. It's torture, stupid fuck.
And yes, for every subject, they don't like to feel how they don't like to feel.
Oh yeah, they don't like all this shit about psychology. It's not about certain. I like football. I like soccer. I like badminton. No, it's not about that, you jackass. It's about the intrinsic value, not the projected value. So let's get back on the subject, douchebag. If you can manage that.
Whatever that is, that's just a tautology. It doesn't tell you what they want or value or desire or something.
Who cares what they want, value, desire, any of that shit? That's all projected value. That's not the subject. We're talking about the intrinsic value. What we're saying is, guess what? Nail and I has intrinsically different value weight than Cupcake. They are different states of being. They have a different value meaning. And we, being smart people, we can figure out that there's a difference. Boy, aren't we brilliant? We could figure out there's a difference between feeling good and feeling bad. Gee. Except these assholes.
But in light of goals, you can formulate oughts. But again, what...
Oh yeah, in light of goals, the goal is obvious. Okay, it's built into the very definition of the word torture. It's built right in, jackass. You don't need a fucking ought.
Why is this scoreboard valuable?
Well, again, it's not the scoreboard that's valuable, it's the scoring. So again, just play stupid, idiotic games. Does anybody at a football game value the scoreboard? No, I think they realize that one team's winning, one team's losing. Okay, that's what's valuable, is what's happening on the field. The gameplay. Okay, obviously it's a metaphor, and I'm obviously saying what's really important is the state of the player's health and welfare, but it doesn't really matter. This holds for the metaphor. You want to play an idiotic game that's saying people value the scoreboard when they're watching on TV or something? It's a scoreboard that they're only concerned with. Wow, what's the scoreboard going to do now? What's the scoreboard going to do now? Because it doesn't reflect what's happening on the goddamn field, you fucking retard. Do you really think they're just sitting there watching scoreboards and going, gee, I think this scoreboard is really cool. I hope the bottom part of the scoreboard wins. They're rooting for the bottom part of the scoreboard. I hope the lower number wins. Yeah. Fucking idiots.
There's two options. It's either intrinsically valuable or it's valued by the pawns and not by some other pawns.
Yeah, so that was really clarifying. It's either intrinsically valued or not. Yeah, and that's exactly the point, you stupid cunt. It either has value or it doesn't have value. That's the reality of this universe we exist in. There's not going to be like, oh, it has a little bit of value on Thursdays, and sometimes, well, half the day on Wednesday it has value, but the rest of the time it doesn't have value. No, it's not going to be some wishy-washy bullshit like that. It's either going to be that, yeah, Gary's motherfucking goddamn right, and you assholes are out of your fucking goddamn minds, or you're right that nothing actually matters, and you can torture shit forever and ever and ever and ever, and it doesn't goddamn matter. Which is a ludicrous proposition that we shouldn't even fucking... Why should I have to even waste any time having conversation with lunatics who think they could torture things forever and it wouldn't make a value difference in the universe? The universe would still be really super cool. Even if a zillion things were being tortured all over the goddamn place and there was blood squirting out of every goddamn orifice possible. Yeah, it's all really cool, it's really cool, it's really great, it's really great. No value degrade whatsoever. Fuck.
But the problem is that if it was intrinsically valuable, it would contain within itself the ought saying.
Oh, whatever. It would, yes, it would have it written right on it that I say I'm intrinsically valuable, and you don't need to use intelligence or apply any kind of logic to understand that, because I'm going to write it right here on me in a universal language for which everybody could understand. Fuck!
You know, you have a moral obligation to care for the scoreboard. Why? Well, you just do.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm saying. You have a moral obligation to care for the scoreboard. Not the victims that you're taking score of, that you're accounting for. No, they're not the thing that's important. There's no moral obligation or ethical obligation to recognize their state of being. No, 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 no. We can be fucking bigots because we agreed to be bigots. You're just a bigot. You're just an elitist motherfucking prick bigot. Just go back roost into your racism. No doubt that's what you used to be. Some kind of anarchist, elitist, motherfucking prick cunt. Cunt, 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 cunt. Emmanuel Cunt, cunt, cunt was a bigot. Like you.
You don't seem to be able to account for that. In order for it to be intrinsic...
Oh yeah, I can account for it as being the most bogus, weaselly, stupid, idiotic, fucking goddamn argument. I said the word scoreboard, so now, therefore, I'm going to sit there and totally... You do talk about manipulating arguments. Facts, the majority... What people say and facts the majority of the times. You're not misconstruing or manipulating or distorting, you motherfucking little goddamn limp dick.
Valuable. It must contain within itself the goal and the motivation to pursue it.
Why? Is that your rule? It has to have the goal and the motivation. It has to have the motivation too. That's logical. You have to have a motivation logically. No, you can't just understand that something in principle is an obligation or a duty. No, you must be personally motivated. Somehow you must turn it into a stick that says, do the right thing, and then you have to take the do the right thing stick and shove it up your own ass. No, I don't think you have to do any of that. If you're a little fucking goddamn bit intelligent, you can just recognize, I don't want to be a bigot. I recognize that the little thing over there wiggling going, hey Gary, I'm over here, don't hurt me. That thing is just as valuable as I am. And whatever, and so I can't sit there and compromise its welfare to get what I want. And if it's in trouble, I'm doing good if I'm saving it from the trouble. If I save it from harm, it's the same as saving myself from harm. Same exact thing logically. Unless you're a fucking bigot. Unless you're some motherfucking little cunt weasel bigot going, that's a nigger. I don't have to care about that. That's all you're doing, jackass. You're just niggering the rest of the world and saying you're important, but they're just them.
The goal and the ought and the motivation must be built into it in order for it to be intrinsic.
Well, you just said that again. Wow, you say so. Why? A declarative statement. The motivation and the goal must be built into the suffering, right into the suffering, right? It's suffering sitting there, right over there. A little thing is suffering. And I'm supposed to see the goal and the motivation are both built right into it. Somehow it's supposed to motivate me. I'm not supposed to just understand. I'm not supposed to just recognize sentient being capable of being tortured. Gee, that took so much energy and work. Oh, but that doesn't motivate me at all. The word torture doesn't create any motivation inside my head. No, I don't have any emotions related to the word torture at all. No, especially when it's to them. Yeah, fuck you.
Valuable, but it's not, and you can tell why it's not, because not everyone values a scoreboard.
Again, that has absolutely nothing to do with not everyone values the sentience of the beasties, right? Does that mean they're right? No, it means they're probably absolutely fucking goddamn bigots. And that's the reason why they don't value it, is because they're fucking bigots. Bigot, 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 bigot. Okay, they're prejudiced for their own advantage, nothing else. Okay, they're not realistically or fairly evaluating the substance of the organism. They're just calling it a beastie and saying, oh, well, it's dim-witted and it's stupid and it doesn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. I'm making excuses and rationalization so I can beat the fuck out of the niggers.
Value verb, I know that subjects value, but the thing has value.
No, the subject is just fucking goddamn bigotry. Selfish motherfucking bigots. That's what the subject is. You're a selfish motherfucking bigot. Holiday's a selfish motherfucking bigot. And Econovad is a selfish motherfucking bigot. You're all motherfucking goddamn bigots. Period. You're stupid, slow-witted, small-minded, selfish, egomaniacal little fucking cunts.
But even the scoreboard out there doesn't have value intrinsically.
Oh yeah, well no one's arguing that, straw man motherfucker little weasel. No one's arguing the scoreboard has value. What they're arguing is the blood and guts and the torture has value, you dumb fucker. The shit on the field that the scoreboard is a representation of. That's what has value. The blood, the guts, the torture on the field has value. So why don't you make a fair argument instead of an unfair argument, you little fucking cunt weasel. I'm not talking about the scoreboard, motherfucker. I'm talking about the torture on the goddamn field, motherfucker. You can't figure that out? Oh, I'm sure you could figure that out if you thought about it a little bit. Just a little fucking goddamn bit. I think you could figure out that's what I'm talking about, motherfucker. You do fuck your mother, don't you? Well, she at least rubs your weenie for you, doesn't she?
I'm not experiencing being pulled towards it in any way. I am told that I do have a moral obligation. But
no, you have a rational obligation. Once you declare something bad, it's intrinsically a fact that bad is bad and bad should be prevented or corrected. And if you're going to correct it when bad happens to you, it seems perfectly rational that you correct it wherever it is, because it's the same fucking bad. Just as the dishes washed by that dishwasher are the same as the dishes washed by that dishwasher. Just like the gold made by that special machine is the same as the gold made by that machine. And just as the suffering by that conscious entity is the same as the suffering of this conscious entity. That's reasoning. Logic. Your fucking name has logic in it, and you can't do that simple logic.
I will either do or do not.
Yeah, that doesn't mean a goddamn... I'll either be a selfish, bigoted cunt or I won't be a selfish, bigoted cunt, and reasoning has nothing to do with it. Fuck you. You'll either be an idiot or you'll be a fucking reasonably intelligent... you'll either have intellectual integrity or you will not have intellectual integrity.
Oh, should. There's just... Do I desire to care for the scoreboard?
All right. Do I, yeah, be a hypocrite, be a duplicitous hypocrite. Let's see, will I be just a hypocrite, that means just selfish, or will I be a duplicitous hypocrite and be a bigoted selfish fuck? Yeah, so that's the difference. So instead of just being a hypocrite, you've decided to be a duplicitous hypocrite by saying, it's a them. It's subjectively being tortured, where I'm doing something entirely different.
I'm told I ought to, but I don't see how you could have a choice. I mean, how can...
Logic, fucker. Realization, fucker. Recognition, fucker. Hey, that's pretty cool.
Value if people can make completely different value judgments about
well, if people can project different values, so people can like the Yankees or people can like the Mets, and that has nothing to do with anything, does it? No, because that's all projected value. And again, you said the word intrinsic value, you said things have intrinsic value, but obviously you didn't mean anything by those words. You just said, I want to play with the words. Okay, like shoving your own poo in your nose. You do that all the time, and you just said, I'm going to go play with some fucking words. And that's all you're doing. You're just playing with the words. You're not recognizing that they actually have definition, jackass.
That's why I would object to, but, you know. I agree, it matters to every subject, but it's another...
It matters to every subject. So again, it's not really a bad thing, though. It just matters to them. It's not really bad. And if I made a whole bunch of it in the universe, it would just matter to them. It would matter to the subjects, but it wouldn't matter in any real way, so I wouldn't have to account for it at all, and it would be just fine. My little bouncing ball made out of torture would be just fun, and great, and nobody could say anything bad about it because I didn't really cause any real harm at all. It's all just subjective harm. Fuck.
To then get from that to, you know, the scoreboard having intrinsic value, but...
Ugh, whatever. Get cancer. I mean, whatever. The scoreboard having intrinsic value. What a fucking idiotic argument. Yeah, why don't you quote me? Why don't you find the quote where I was implying the scoreboard has intrinsic value and it doesn't have something to do with the fucking goddamn blood and guts on the field that the scoreboard is a representation of. Go ahead, find that quote, you lying little fucking cunt. And that's all you are. You're just another lying, duplicitous, dishonest, motherfucking, weaselly, manipulative little fucking weaselly cunt. God, do I hate you fucking cunts. I just hate you, you pieces of shit. I mean, you are the dredges of the earth. Like I said, the most ignorant, dumbass people on this goddamn planet. Although I have contempt for them, at least they're not motherfucking liars like you little weasels. You can do better than this, you fucking liar. God. Yeah. inmendDamned. What the hell is this video? Browser's working a little slow. Oh, it's a search page. Never mind. Let's just get some of this over with and make my goddamn dinner and get the fuck out of town here. Alright, let's open Holiday and see what we got here. I know we got this one video I'm not going to bother with. Dodgeball for young children is sick and evil. Well, I mean, frankly, it really depends on how you play it, right? I mean, I remember as a kid, we played co-ed dodgeball, and, you know, there was kids who weighed, 150 pounds, kids who weighed 65 pounds, and then there was girls involved, too. And to tell you the truth, yeah, it was a little bit stupid. It was a sick thing to be doing with kids, okay? Have big kids throw balls at, 50 miles an hour at little runty kids. Yeah, it does seem like, what the fuck? Seems like a pretty bad idea. Yeah. So fuck you. I'm not gonna bother with that, of course. Interview highlights. I'm gonna do that one now. So we'll do this anecdotal testimony one. See what the fuck he's gonna say here. 4 minutes. We can get this one done. Get out of here. I'm saying to you personally, and it is the sensations that I'm impressed by. That's my assertion, and I'm asserting it based on the fact that I've personally experienced consciousness. I'm testifying to my personal experience with consciousness. I'm telling you, I'm fucking... Yeah, right. So none of you get this stuff? Right? I can't make this claim because I have special consciousness. You don't agree with this? You don't agree that your consciousness is capable of this? That there's, to you also, it's a dramatic difference between a nail in your eye and a cupcake? There's somebody out there who disagrees, that thinks, no, there's no dramatic difference at all. How is this testimony not accurate as an accurate description of conscious reality? I mean, really, it's great. If you can tell me that I'm not having a real consciousness, that my consciousness maybe is special and we don't understand each other because your consciousness is broken. Yeah, okay, maybe that's the reason. Impressed. I'm impressed when I'm personally experiencing it. That's its flavor. There's shit-flavored sensations and there's yummy flavored sensations, and that's all they are, in my opinion. I'm saying, here's another sense of... Oh, I don't know. So you're just validating my point. I'm almost doing this sarcastically. I'm pointing out that, look, haven't you people noticed, okay, that this is kind of important, what state you're in? That it's sort of important whether you're sitting in your recliner watching porn on TV, or whether you're in fucking Guantanamo Bay having fucking goddamn screws screwed into your ears. You don't think it's important? I'm saying it sarcastically. I'm mocking your argument here, Holiday, and I think I'm doing it rather effectively. This word is called intrinsic. It doesn't really matter what you think. It is a fact. It is intrinsically valuable. And yes, I'm saying sentient organism consciousness is the only thing in the universe that has this quality of intrinsic value. Okay? It's just valuable. Yeah, so you people also, if you were the only thing in the universe, if you poofed into a universe, you wouldn't be able to realize that the only thing really important is how you're feeling? And that if there was two of you and something else poofed in there, an Eve or something, you wouldn't be able to figure out that her welfare is important now? She's conscious, she's doing this conscious thing, that you wouldn't worry about like where the rocks were and what the rocks were doing, that you would be paying attention to whether or not she was comfortable. This logic escapes you fuckers? Period. And yes, it's my claim. It's my claim based on my personal experience. It's negative. Yes. And it's my claim based on... Oh, whatever. Quote mine, quote mine. I mean, this is a little too much cutting. On the fact that I have consciously experienced suffering, and I know it to be bad. I'm just saying it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, all right? It doesn't need your approval. It doesn't need your projected, I recognize you. It would be quite... Right. So, again, you believe it does. So you people listening, you really do. You believe that you need to acknowledge something's pain before it actually has pain. It doesn't have pain until you acknowledge it. You recognize it. You point to it and go, ooh, there's pain over there. But before you pointed to it, it didn't mean anything. Oh, brother. Obvious to me, it has meaning. How many times have I said the word experience, really? Being fair, people. Just be fair. How many fucking times have I said the word fucking experience? I'm talking about the tasting, you asshole. I'm saying the tasting process has value. Because to me, it's something that was fucking goddamn obvious at 5 years old, and every year since then, it's only confirmed. I don't know. Is he going to make a point? Okay, let's see if this is all you're going to do is play my video. Every philosophical discussion.
It's more assertion of your same point.
Right, yeah, if that hammer hits my testicles, there. Significant event is happening. More assertion of my point, and I said to that, well, apparently you need me to repeat it over and over and over again. So yeah, quote mine again. See what else. It would make it more logical to recognize my pain because you could feel my pain.
Context of to me and to you, to them. And so... I'm always going to begin where you started.
Well, whatever. Yeah. So again, this whole two thing is just idiotic. I'm saying suffering is suffering. It means something. It's always means something, wherever it is, whenever it's happening. And it doesn't mean something because the individual says it means something. It means something because it actually has a quality to it. The quality of the sensations is built into the sensations. That's what nature did. It built the quality into the sensations. I'm recognizing the quality that nature put there. I'm not recognizing some projected perception by some human who says, that's this, that's this, that's this, that's that, that's that. No, I'm saying, what is it in and of itself? Not what we say it is. What is it? What's the truth of it? Again, I just make this argument again. Do you assholes really think if there was a supercomputer at the end of the universe that had compiled all the data of the universe, it would say, there really was no difference between cupcake and nail in the eye, and they could have nailed all the eyes in the universe and it would have been really cool? You really think that's what the supercomputer would say? No, I don't think you do, and I think all this is just dishonest babble. You're just motherfucking dishonest, babbling assholes looking for fucking any goddamn escape hatch. You're like you're shoving people, you're using people like a fucking, like to break the fucking, like the door won't open on the plane as it's crashing, and you're using some little guy to bash the door. You're just cheating your way out of this fucking plane. You desperate little weasels. You're compromising the truth, compromising honesty. It's just disgusting. Fucking pieces of shit. So anyway, probably enough now. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna play my own video. What's the fucking point? I made the video. I thought it was a good video. So whatever. So yeah, I'll do this interview thing maybe later. I don't think I will though. I don't know. Maybe I will or maybe I won't. We'll see. But yeah, I think I'm done. I think I've had enough of these two pieces of slimy shit. Ugh, it's just disgusting. I mean, what's the point of having a brain if this is what they're going to do to language and words? I mean, really. Somebody realistically thinks I'm saying you have to value the scoreboard. Not the shit the scoreboard is reflecting. No. The scoreboard. Weasels, they be weasels. They're worse than weasels, obviously. They're, humans in weasel suits. Anyway, until next time.